Hi Scorpio, welcome to your April 2018 reading. This is a massive month, Scorpio, and it's not massive in an obvious way. It's massive in a way that you are right now feeling this change in approach, this change in vision. It's not a change in personality. It's not as, Scorpios are fixed signs. They're certain characteristics. We see the world through a very particular lens, but there's something about the energy moving from last month into this month that brings you this clarity, this spirituality, this vision, and this optimism that you've maybe seen glimpses of since October with Jupiter moving into Scorpio, but since then you've not had the opportunity to completely grow and really hone in this particular energy. So this month, we have Chiron, which is the planet, the comet actually, the comet of old wounds, the comet of healing old wounds, the things in your psyche that leave you vulnerable, the things that have happened to you in your life that have made you vulnerable, the things that you care most about but feel the most pain for. And Chiron has been for Scorpio in the 5th house of love and romance for 6 years. And I was saying to someone recently, I don't know if you've ever noticed around August as a Scorpio that maybe things towards the end of August, summer, you've had a lot of summer romances that have just fallen flat. You've had a lot of people come and go in the summertime around August whenever the sun is in Virgo, the very end of August, and it hits off this Chiron comet. And it really makes, it makes you very vulnerable and it makes you very frightened. And sometimes when you're very frightened of something that could happen, you end up pushing people away anyway. So I don't know how many Scorpios maybe relate to this, but it basically means that for you guys in love, it's been tough. In your romantic life, possibly relationships with kids, children, creative energy, it's been tricky. And Chiron finally moves into Aries in April 16th. So the new moon in Pisces has been bringing a lot of new energy, a lot of new love, a lot of new romance into your life that may actually stick this time. Something that may actually transform you and something that you feel differently about, Scorpio. Which is a welcome change, because for Scorpios, love is very frightening and it's very over-empowering, but this is actually something pretty real, something that can go long-term. Those of you that have not had long-term success, this is big. This is a complete change. So let's get straight into the messages for Scorpio. Scorpio in April 2018. Scorpio 2018. Also, in terms of your creativity, your career and things, this is also very positive that it's moved out of that sector of your chart, because now you can really hone in on what it is that makes you you, makes you talented, and not be so frightened of getting rejected for things, Scorpio. So 10 of Cups instantly out the bat. Wish card. Crossed by the Men of Pentacles. So basically you can have it all, Scorpio. You're getting it all. You're getting that fulfillment thing. The only thing that's crossing it is your limiting self-beliefs in yourself, because this is a 9 crossing a 10. It's thinking you deserve less than you do, or thinking you can get less than you do. In the past, we have the 6 of Pentacles putting a lot of energy and effort into things. 3 of Pentacles definitely putting a lot of energy and effort into things and waiting to see that growth in your past. You're still a little bit anxious about things. There's still a little bit of limiting self-beliefs. Like you're possibly feeling like you don't know how much of the optimism to embrace or how much of the happy-go-lucky feeling to embrace, because you're worried it'll bite you. But it'll actually magnify things. We have you here, Queen of Cups. And the Page of Cups. So romance, we have the Hermit and Environment, Temperance, and the Death card. So yeah, this is your card. Don't be afraid of the Death card. This is Knight of Cups underneath. Yeah, so great transformations in your love life. People are afraid of death, but I'm going to move the camera so you can see the cards here, and then we'll go around it again. So Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio is the least likely to fear the Death card, because we know that it's our card, we know that it's a transformative energy, we know that it's change for the better. Mercury is going to be going retrograde in Aries in the coming weeks, right? And you know, there's this full moon in Libra coming up on Saturday, which is in the 12th house. So this really is the, you know, you're getting that positive energy coming in from the new moon in Pisces, which was on the 17th of March last month. You're getting this new optimism, this new belief. You probably met somebody new. You've possibly got a couple of options. And you're worried it maybe can't, you're always like, well, something goes wrong. Or things are suddenly starting to go right and you're like, well, something's going to go wrong. And then you see the death card and you're like, yep, that's something going wrong. It's not. It's actually you transforming yourself completely and for the better. There's romantic interests here. Possibly other water signs. I'm not going to focus too much on specific signs because everyone's going to be dealing with somebody different. You really want to find that balance between work and life where you don't get so consumed by one or the other, because Scorpio can be an obsessive sign. And with Temperance here in your hopes section, it's like you want that work-life balance. You want to have it all. You can have it all with the 10 of Cups here, but you're worried that your extreme will make you choose one between the other. So striking a balance. You know, Scorpio is the sign after Libra. Libra is all about balance. And Scorpios can sometimes forget those lessons and put themselves out of whack. And you can really feel like you've neglected part of your life or people in your life. Sometimes when a Scorpio, for example, goes into a relationship, they forget how important their career success is because they're so blinded by this relationship. Sometimes when they're in a comfortable relationship, they get blinded by their job and ignore who they have, or, you know, forget friends and things. And this is asking you to just realize that the right person walking into your life, you'll find that balance a lot easier because you'll just be more in harmony with yourself. There's a harmonious energy coming for Scorpios. It's like pouring oil on troubled water. There's a calmer energy coming up here. And there's a romantic interest. So messages for Scorpio. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio, April 2018. Scorpio, April 2018. Okay, so I'm getting a fire sign also. Like a who's moving, like who's making the first move energy type here with a romantic interest. I feel like this could be someone wanting to communicate with you that's not, or it could be someone you're communicating with where there's a little bit of a stall momentum going on. I feel like they're sort of watching you and they're thinking, what's going on here? Like they're not entirely sure what to make of you. Judgment, okay. Crossing by the sun, okay, so there really is a transformative energy going on, Scorpio, and it's quite extreme now that we're looking at these major arcana. Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Devil, the World, Five of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Wow, okay. So it's like Nine of Cups. Do you know what this is for me, Scorpio? This is somebody coming through that you really thought was dead and buried. And I mean that in a figurative sense, not literally, because, you know, I'm not into zombies and stuff like that. But I mean, this is a relationship or an experience. I'm thinking it's a relationship of someone that you didn't ever think was returning. They are. And I actually don't know if you're that pleased about this, to be honest, Scorpio, because I feel like there's this movement for you, this transformation. You're like, I'm finally happy. You're like, I'm finally feeling better. I'm finally attracting people into my life that that are a lot more suitable than me. They're not the crappy, half-hearted energy. You're attracting authentic people. And then all of a sudden this person comes back. Possible outcome also, because cards, you know, based on different people have different interpretations. This can also mean a fellow Scorpio soulmate, because Six of Cups and the Death card can be a Scorpio person, and you as a Scorpio, you know, no one understands you like another Scorpio. I feel like there is a one-on-one relationship of meeting someone who's like your mirror image for many of you, someone who understands your depth. You know, someone who's not frightened of your depth, because I feel like when other people come in to Scorpio's life, they can sometimes see the intensity and just, they see it as something unfamiliar and something quite frightening to them because, you know, deep down, there is no greater love than a Scorpio, and that can scare someone who hasn't met themselves fully yet. So they've not met their dark shadow side. This is somebody in your life, whether they're new coming in, because there's a soulmate connection here. It's like they understand your dark side and they understand your energy, and they're, you know, you're wanting, you know, you say something and you want to explain it, and they're like, no, I get it. You don't have to explain it, I understand. And this is someone very, very, very loving and someone very, very, very solid. And I feel like if there's that in your life, you are attracting more authentic people, but then there's somebody that wants to return, and it's someone you wished for before. I mean, you really, really wanted this person. You wanted them for so long. They were giving you drips and drabs. They were giving you half of the effort. They return, and they return as soon as you're like, I don't want this anymore. Like, I wished for that. Yeah, here it is, but I don't really want it. And now I'm confused because I've met new people that are better, met someone that's better, and then this person returns and they're like, what do you mean you don't want me anymore? I feel like you have to make a choice between a couple of people. This could be somebody new and there's someone from the past, or it could be two new people. With Death and the Six of Cups, it could be two old people. But you're definitely going to have to make choices here, Scorpio. So messages for Scorpio. The messages for Scorpio. I'll get into work and stuff once I've shuffled this as well. Work messages. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Okay. So the Empress, yeah, you're radiating this beautiful feminine energy, Scorpio. You're very attractive to potential partners. You're very attractive to people in general, making friendships. This is the finishing line, I feel. I feel like this is what I mean about Chiron. All this energy, all this transformations coming in to make you a brand new, shinier you. Yeah, there's... I know some people get kind of pissy about me talking about signs and stuff, you know, and I'm like, this could be a fire sign. People are like, why do you say that? And I'm sort of just like, because the card says so. I feel like for a lot of you, you're dealing with a fire sign from the past, personally. It doesn't have to be, because it can be an Aquarian energy too with a star, but it can be anyone, of course. I just feel like there's someone who imposes the characteristics of a fire sign. You know, they can be egotistical and childish in the negative sense. This is just the negative parts of fire signs, because fire signs can be very loving and very warm and things, but every sign has a negative, so it can be someone that's quite egotistical and childish. I also have the devil energy here, so I feel like this could have been someone with addictions, or someone with drinking problems, or somebody that just has a tendency to be obsessive. Somebody who has a tendency to control and manipulate events to suit them. Someone who tried to control you. Someone who tried to make you jealous. Bad idea with a Scorpio, by the way. Someone who tried to rule you by jealousy and manipulation. I feel like they want in again, and you've more so come to a place where you're like, I'm not feeling that. They want to communicate, but they're not sure how. So if you've not heard from them yet, it may take a while. It may be in the next couple of months. I feel like it is most likely April. But I feel like they want to talk, and they can sort of see from the outside that you are moving forward, and you look shinier and you look refreshed, and they're like, oh, how do I get in there type thing. But I mean, the Six of Wands and the Chariot, you're the driving seat here. You're driving this like chariot of gold and beauty and things. You know, you're the you're coming into your own. You're celebrating a victory. You finally got control of yourself. You've got your anxiety under control. You've got your fear under control, and you're winning out. And then all of a sudden there's like this new energy coming in, and let's see. Yeah, Ace of Swords, further victory. I feel like you're sharper now. You've got your wits about you. You've done a lot of self-growth, and you're emerging as someone that's a lot more, you know, you'll cut people out of your life if they're bad. You'll only let people in that are good, and you're a lot more determined and a lot more confident is what I'm getting. There's a lot more confidence coming on here. But this person that came in before, if they are from the past, be a little bit careful, because I feel like they left you hanging a lot. They kept you in the dark about things. They possibly kept a few secrets. This was someone that you were really smitten with this Page of Cups here. But they kind of leave you hanging. And they're definitely someone that's done this before. There's a pattern of them being there but never quite committing or something. Knight of Pentacles. So we have Virgo energy coming in here as well. We also have Capricorn energy coming in, Taurus energy. People in your environment, earth signs, are going to be very prosperous for you. You may have opportunities to travel for work, Scorpio. It's like you're coming out of your shell and emerging as a completely new person. You want a new journey, you want a new adventure, but you're going to have to choose between two people. You know, romantic partners are like buses. There's a drought, and there's like when there's nothing, and then all of a sudden when it rains it pours, and you have to make a choice. I feel like you're gonna end up in a lot, you know, you're not used to having this level of control, Scorpio, because you've been so quick to surrender yourself to love and give your all, and all of a sudden you have people eating out of the palm of your hand and you're not quite sure who to choose. But I feel like you're going to be enjoying this month a lot, Scorpio. It's a very positive energy. It's very warm. In success and career is there too. I mean, the Chariot, the Six of Wands, being appreciated in the workplace, being appreciated in the environment. For those of you looking to branch into a new profession, you have the tools, you have the ability to articulate what it is that you want to say, how you want to present yourself. You've done the work, you've got the skills. There's a very prosperous energy. Again, I do feel like there's travel coming, and I feel like there's this almighty sense of balance coming through. Like you're able to meet your potential partners as equals. There's no doubting that you're like, I know what I have, I know what they have, we're equals. You're approaching people as equals. You've more confidence to move in certain directions, and you've more confidence to do the things that you love doing. It's like this weight has been lifted. This long cycle of disappointments, and suddenly you have it all, can be a little bit scary. But you're definitely moving in a direction, Scorpio, where you're unstoppable. This transformation coming through. It's really quite a lovely energy for Scorpios. So I hope you enjoy this month, Scorpio. That is my reading for you for April. If you want a private reading, just email me at the link below and we can set one up. And I hope you have a fantastic April. I think by the looks of it, you will. So take care. Bye.